What if I told you that the ads inside of your ad account that didn't get any spend are not necessarily bad ads? What if you were to actually force them to get spend? Do you think you would find some winners? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you an example of me doing just that. Taking ads that didn't get any spend in the first test, forcing them to get spend, and finding new winners. If you're a business owner, entrepreneur that is spending a lot trying to appease the machine or make Andromeda happy, make a lot of creative diversity, well, this video is for you, because there's so many people online right now that are saying, just make better ads, bro. Like, if the algorithm doesn't give it spend, that means it's a bad ad. But that couldn't be farther from the truth, and I'm gonna prove it to you in this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, you guys, so check this out. We're in an ad account here. This is a digital product, okay? So the break even is 1x. And I wanna show you an example where basically we had an ad set that had about 8 ads inside. Only 2 got spend, okay? The remaining 6 didn't get spend. And I wanna show you something that I did to make the others get spend, and I'll show you the results. So check this out. So here it is. This bottom campaign that I have checked here, I launched on October 13th. So let's look at October 13th to the 19th. Okay, this is a single ad set CBO. So it's a campaign budget with 1 ad set with 8 ads inside. So you can see that here, right? We got 8 ads. Now what you notice is only 2 of them really got all the spend, right? This top one got 834 out of the 962. And this one got 112 out of the 962. The rest got like 6, 3, 2, 1, and then some cents there. So I would consider these bottom 6 essentially untested. And what people will tell you online is, if it doesn't get spend, it's a bad ad. And I'm gonna prove to you that that is not the case, okay? That is a lie. Or at least, it's misleading to say that. So check this out. You can see that the top one got a 1.89x ROAS. So for me, that's profitable. That's great. The second top spender got a 1.09. So that's like slightly profitable. I would consider that more or less break even, okay? So what did I do? I went ahead and I duplicated this campaign as is, and then I removed these top 2 spenders, okay? So essentially, I'm forcing the algorithm to now test the remaining 6. And what happened? Well, take a look. Here's October 20th. You can see right now we're at October 13th through the 19th. So that's before I launched this top one. Now let's look at the 20th through today. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of data at about $200 a day. So it's a fair amount of data. Well, what happened? So we have the 6 remaining ads that didn't get spent in the first one. I call them no spend ads, and what happened? Look at this. So we can see that the top one, it's a different ad, right? Didn't get spent in the first one, got spend here, and it's giving me a 2.42x ROAS. The second one with $170 worth of spend is giving me a 3.73. It's even more profitable. And then the third one is giving me a 2.73. So overall, the average results are at a 2.56. So what does that tell me? Look at this. I'm gonna go to maximum now so we can just see all the data for both. The second one, the no spend ads campaign, is actually outperforming the original campaign. Okay, so what does that prove to us? Well, Meta doesn't always pick the right ad, right? Sometimes it bases it off of engagement or click-through rates, not necessarily sales and profitability. So for me, this is like a very, very clear example where in the first ad set, in the first campaign, Meta didn't get it right necessarily. Like, yes, it was profitable and it was good, but it didn't necessarily pick the best one, right? So we forced it to spend amongst all the rest in a new campaign. We duplicated this original campaign, and all we did was exclude the 2 that took all the spend. So now we're forcing the remaining 6 to get some spend, and you can see we found 3 more winners. So yeah, this couldn't be a clearer example of ways that you can get more out of the ads that you're making. So if you are a big brand, or you're, a medium-sized business, even a small business that is pumping out tons and tons of creative, and you have a lot of creative that just didn't get any spend in your ad account, I encourage you to try this method, okay? It doesn't always work, but when it does, things like this can happen. Basically, you're gonna get more out of the ads that you spent time, money, effort making, okay? So for me, I think this is super valuable because there's so many people out there right now that are saying, just make more ads, your ads suck, or if they don't get spend, they're bad. And then there's big brands, or there's, e-commerce brand owners that are going crazy making a ton of creative. We have Andromeda, we have Creative Diversity. People are just going nuts making a shit ton of creatives when most of them actually just aren't getting spend. And that doesn't mean they're bad. That just means you need to force them to get some spend and truly test them out. Now, I'm not saying take this to the nth degree and do one ad per ad set. And, for me, that's not that efficient. But doing the technique that I showed today is an efficient way to get more from your creatives. So I hope that was valuable. Thanks for watching. All right, you guys, that's it for today's video. So as you can see, you can get so much more out of the creatives that you already have in your ad account. You don't have to go and make hundreds and hundreds of ads necessarily if you have so many ads that are untested. Well, I encourage you to try to force them to get some spend, isolate them into their own ad set or campaign, and see what happens. A lot of times you can find winners. And with this strategy, you can make your existing assets go a lot farther. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to dive deeper into advanced meta ad strategies and have someone like me in your corner guiding you through your advertising journey, then I highly recommend you join my school community. It's called Meta Ads Mastery. It's only $99 a month, and the value is insane, guys. There's a reason why this is the #1 fastest growing meta ads community on Skool. We also have a 1-year money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to join. I will see you on the inside. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much.